race in 2024 and fourth last year. He's drawn out in post 19. And another horse with a double-figure post is Michael Schofield, who produced a huge performance to win the Group 2 Prince Knife bin Abdulaziz Cup in December. He was only 7th in the custodian of the Two Holy Mosques, but he has the upside too.
Do you know where that name comes from?
Michael Schofield.
A fantastic show called Prison Break. And Schofield's brother got put in jail, and he tattooed a blueprint of the jail on his body and used it to break them out of jail.
Wow.
He was a genius. I love that show.
Michael Schofield. And I'm learning all the time. and it's early days.
How about Saeed in here as well, maybe for a shot? Stepping up in class, certainly, but he's been right there. If he can move up just a touch, he'll be with the top 3 or 4.
All right, high up on top of the grandstand, voice of the Saudi Cup, Richard Hoyles.
One turn, 1,800 metres for the listed Tuwaiq Cup. Once again, they're wide across the track here, and they leave the stalls. And given a bit of chance, Wet Attack Allah was a little bit slow into stride. Amongst those moving forward, Yadar in the red cap and under the near side rail. Also moving forward is Wootton Sun to take a handy position out in the centre of the racecourse. Bernard Shaw shows good speed. So it's Bernard Shaw who leads them up early, just ahead of Garamy in the white cap, who's wider out to the left-hand side. They're being followed through by Michael Schofield, and closer towards the near side running rail, Whack Tuck drops in on the fence. Raiding a little bit wider, Garamy still at the back. Wet Attack Allah hasn't recovered from that slow start. Towards the outside, Scotland Yard is making some progress up on the outside of the field as they continue their progress down the back straight. Just behind the leaders, Final Destination is another who is out wide, and Karachi tracks the leaders. So it's Bernard Shaw who has the lead by as much as 2 to 3 lengths. Michael Schofield in second place from Garamy. Scotland Yard wider out. Whack Tuck getting a nice run through on the inside running rail. Lionel races in 6th place with Final Destination, and pushed along Karachi as Bernard Shaw continues to lead and still has this clear advantage as they make the turn and make their way back towards home. Akfik's making a little bit of ground back in the field. So Bernard Shaw cutting this up has the advantage, still by a good 3 or 4 lengths. Whack Tuck has the leader in his sights. The gap is 4 lengths as they've made the turn and continue their progress up the home run. So out in the lead, it is Bernard Shaw from Whack Tuck. Michael Schofield races in 3rd place. Final Destination, the grey lugging in. Then into 4th place goes Garamy, into 5th, and then Lionel. Bernard Shaw beginning to paddle. Whack Tuck and trying to rally Michael Schofield all the time. Final Destination is getting there as Whack Tuck veered out and took the path there of Michael Schofield. Still on the inside, Final Destination makes some progress. Michael Schofield on the inside, Final Destination going to get very close here. Michael Schofield by a neck from Final Destination. Whack Tuck. Bernard Shaw lasted home into 4th place ahead of Riyad Al-Ez, who led the closers, and the one that was miles behind early actually made some places. Wet Attack Allah. Well, possibly Michael Schofield under Oisin Murphy would have been an unlucky loser, because he took a broadside from Whack Tuck, and that opened the door on the inside for Final Destination, who eventually was to get within, what, about neck or half a length or so at the line. The winning time, 1:52.67. Michael Schofield has won for Oisin Murphy, King Abdullah bin Al-Aziz and Sons, and has tasted success. Final Destination is confirmed as 2nd. 3rd was number 15, Whack Tuck. And the long-time leader, Bernard Shaw, who led them for an awful long way, eventually got weary in the closing stages to finish in 4th. You can see the gap that Bernard Shaw had, but just keep an eye on Whack Tuck. The horse in the noseband was gunning down the leader, but he veered out and took the path of Michael Schofield. They all get very tired. There you can see the little nudge. Final Destination nips back to the inside, but eventually he's been beaten actually by as far as 3 parts of a length according to the official win. 9 Michael Schofield, 5 Final Destination, 15 Whack Tuck, 3 Bernard Shaw. Scotland Yard eventually staying on to finish in 5th place.
Michael Schofield, named for a character from Prison Break. We should have guessed by Tis the Law. And Oisin Murphy, well, he has slammed the gate shut on his rivals here on Michael Schofield, the multiple British-based champion jockey. And this horse, he would have been a rather unfortunate loser, I think, Tom.
Absolutely. He took a bit of a blind side with around 200 metres to run, but he kept going under Oisin. Oisin's come over here twice this year, ridden this horse on both occasions and won on both occasions. He must love Michael Schofield. I thought Final Destination was going to go and pick them all off up the inside, but it was a thrilling finish, Nick, and I think Oisin timed the run at the right time.
Or to mention the inside rail, because this time last year it was thought it wasn't a great place to be. Far from it this evening. Horses are finishing well up the far side.
the 3-hole. The 3-hole is where you want to be. This horse sat pretty much the same trip, just a couple paths off the rail, was trying to come inside, ended up being angled out. But yes, the closer to the rail is a good place to be today.
So winning riders this afternoon so far here at this Saudi Cup meeting. Flavien Prat, the United States Eclipse Award-winning champion. Connor Beasley, a champion jockey in Dubai, now a champion jockey in Britain, steals the honours in the listed Tuwaiq Cup. And Ollie Bell is waiting for a Sheen.
Yeah, Sheen Murphy alongside me. It was seemingly